Hello everyone, I'm Rebecca and I offer a class on Amazon ads for authors and publishers, how to create Amazon ads, how to succeed, how to sell your books using the ads. Now about a year ago we weren't having a lot of success with them. Things have changed. I would say in the past 6 to 9 months they've really started improving. So it's a great time to be into the ads at the moment, and a lot of people have had questions about getting started. So in this brief video, I'm just going to show you how to set them up. If you want to take my course, then I can go into explaining keywords and ACOS and impressions and all of those little things, impressions and clicks and types of budgets. But for now, this is just getting you started. So right now I am in my husband's KDP account because he hasn't really created any ads yet. He's also an author and publisher. So we're going to start with his account. You're going to get into your account. It's ams.amazon.com. You'll use your same sign-in information that you use for your KDP account. If you have a lot of campaigns, you can search for them here. I've got about 25 set up in mine, but this video is just about creating one, so we're going to go to New Campaign. You're going to click on that. Okay, so here we are. We have just clicked Create New Campaign, and this is the page that you'll be brought to. So there are two different kinds of ads. There are the sponsored products, and there are the product display ads, and even within these, you'll get different options. So we're going to start with my favorite, which is sponsored products. You're going to click on it, and the next thing it's going to do is give you the option, which book you want to choose. These are only the books that have been published through my husband's account, so I don't have a lot to choose from. But let's try Furnace Mountain. It actually just went live about an hour ago. It was up for pre-order, so it just came out. And you will give your campaign a name, which I'm going to call it Furnace 1. Now, here you have an average daily budget. I'm not actually sure what the lowest is. I usually start around $4 a day. As the ad starts performing better or worse, I will raise or lower the budget depending on what its performance is. But I mean, technically, you could budget $1 a day. Let's go ahead and say $3 a day. This is the average amount you are willing to spend per day over the duration of your campaign. Let me tell you, in the beginning, you are not going to spend that much every day. You probably won't come close. It's as the ad really starts picking up traction, which you want it to do, that you'll come closer and closer. But that's your cap. Doesn't mean you are going to spend $3 a day. It means that's as much as you want to. You can run the campaign continuously and just cut it off whenever you want, or you can select a date range, which would be you could start it today, or you could go ahead and start it tomorrow. And no end date, or you could set it for a week or 2 weeks. It's, again, this is really up to you. I'm going to run mine continuously starting today. Now, here's where you get the second choice. You get automatic targeting, which Amazon will go ahead and set everything for you. I prefer manual targeting. Since manual targeting, let me close Movie Maker. Come back here. Get down there. I'm going to choose manual targeting just because it's what I prefer. And you are brought down here to this screen. Also, look over here on your right. You can see your summary. There's your book cover, there's your campaign settings, and this is kind of what your ad is going to look like. It's not going to be much bigger than this, so this gives you an idea of what people are going to see. when they see your ad, depending on placement. Now, these are suggestions that, based on searches that have brought people to your book already. Now, this information right here is already pretty valuable because these are theoretically words or phrases that people have historically typed into Amazon search engines to find your book, or, things that have shown up, things I've typed in and your book has shown up. So, coming of age, that makes sense because Furnace Mountain is a coming of age story. Town Mountain, as you can see, some of the searches aren't going to make a whole lot of sense. Town Mountain instead of Mountain Town. Roosevelt definitely makes sense because that is my subtitle, The Day President Roosevelt Came to Town. The Roosevelts. Then you get really generic words like came. But hey, fiction, mountain, ages and ages, edition. Hint, if you're a fiction writer, edition will come up just about every single time. Because this video isn't really talking about keywords and how to choose them, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on these right now. In my course, I talk about CPCs and the best keywords to choose and so on and so forth. But right now, this is just an instructional how-to. The suggested CPC cost per click is 25 cents. We're going to change that right now to 10 cents. You can go through each one of these and add them individually. If you see a word or phrase that you like, you can add your own, or you can add them all. So let's just go ahead and do that for now. If you scroll down to the bottom, there they are. These are the words that you have added. If you look over here to the right, it shows you that you have added 17 keywords. I usually go for at least 200 to 300 keywords. Excuse me. Yes, it's a lot. It's a lot. But there's a reason for that. Now, if you've added all of those or you've added some of those, you may want to go on if it's your first time and just see what kind of luck you have with them. Or you can come back up here and click Add Your Own Keywords. So I'm going to add a few of mine. Say Kentucky Fiction. Now, over here it still gives you that standard 25 cents, so I'm going to change it to 10, which will then reset the default for all of my own keywords. You won't have to change that again. Add. Then maybe I'll say something like Great Depression because my book is set during the Great Depression, and I'll add that. Maybe one more. Maybe Depression Fiction, which could actually be several things. So now, once you have all the words that you want to add, you will go down here to the bottom. This is where you customize your ad. This is where you write the text that is going to appear in your sponsored product ad. And if you scroll down a little bit more, you'll be able to preview your ad, and it will show you what your ad's going to look like. I have not given this a whole lot of thought. So I'm going to say something like, this is very generic. Let's see. And this is where you all learn that I'm a terrible speller. A coming-of-age story set during the Great Depression. That's not very good. Don't do as I say, don't do as I do. So down here, you're going to see, here's your ad. Furnace Mountain, there's your title, there's your release date, there's your cover, and this is where the text is going to show up, right above your price. They do give you some rules. You can't use all caps, you can't use any special characters, you can't use any weird capitalization. They don't really like you to use punctuation other than periods, question marks, or exclamation points. So, you can't end it with ellipses. Like if you did this, it would not be accepted. You do have a text limit, but they don't like it if it's too short either. So I think the best thing to do is to ask a question, or you want to leave them wanting more. So like I said, don't do as I say. Don't do as I say. Don't do as I do. A young boy invites President Roosevelt. See, like I said, I can't type. I can't spell. Roosevelt. You've learned my secret. To a small Kentucky town during the Great Depression. Will he be the savior they've waited for? By the way, that's a terrible sentence. Will he be the savior they've waited for? Don't ever end a sentence like that. But anyway, you don't want too much text. You don't want it to be chatty, but you want to give them just enough, where they want to, like you're writing your blurb. Okay, I've droned on enough about that. Believe it or not, I'm actually really good at writing blurbs. Submit campaign for review. There you go.